Today we will see direct method examples. Okay. So validity of the argument is our topic, and under that we already have seen what is truth table method and what is the meaning of a valid argument. A valid argument is the one when all the premises are true and the conclusion is also true. Okay. Now let us do it using direct method. Yes. So let us have example. See, anyone can guess why we are taking direct method if truth table method is available. Why we are using direct method? Any guesses? Girls, do you listen to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me why must we use direct method? Any guesses? If truth table method is available, it is so easy. Why we are using direct method where we need to remember so many rules of inference? You have to speak. You have to guess something. Bolo. Suppose I give you a statement like this, huh? Okay. I have taken some number of premises. How many premises are there?
Six.
Is it two?
Six.
Six, ma'am.
There are six premises. Maybe आपके यहाँ दिख नहीं रहे होंगे. There are six premises. And how many simple statements are involved in these six premises? You have P, you have Q, you have R, S, W, T. How many simple statements are there? And then their combinations, their different combinations are. But how many rows you can have or you should have in the truth table then? कितनी रोज आएंगी ट्रूथ टेबल में? अगर आपके पास दो स्टेटमेंट है पी क्यू, तो ट्रूथ टेबल में कितनी रोज आती है? 4 आती है. TF, TF. These are the possibilities. Based on these truth values, you construct the further truth table, right? Now, when you have six statements, you must have 2 raised to 6 rows.
64. 64.
So, is it a very good idea to make truth table for such kind of argument?
No.
No.
Because see, आप लोग तो 3 में ही थक जाते हो, PQR में ही, है ना? 8 रोज है तभी आप थक जाते हो, isn't it? So it's not
Yes.
truth table for such kind of arguments which involve so many simple statements. Okay, and therefore we make use of direct method and indirect method. That is the drawback of truth table, one can say. Truth table method is not wrong. It is absolutely fine. It is absolutely easy. But if you start doing it for so many rows, then there are chances you will make some mistakes in that. Okay, and to overcome those mistakes, we use direct method, where we can just combine possible any two possible uh, premises and combine them using the rules of inference, such as modus ponens, modus tollens, etc., and then reduce it to one premise. And likewise, you go on reducing the number of premises and check whether you reach at the conclusion or not. Okay. Therefore, direct method is always preferred when you have so many premises. Okay. So we will have one word problem. Okay. You first convert it into symbolic form, and then we will use rules of inference. Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm dictating it. I will write it also. If Tina marries Rahul, you have to write in your notebook. If Tina marries Rahul, she will be in Pune. If Tina marries Ganesh, are you all writing it?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
She will be in Mumbai. अगर ये दिख नहीं रहा है तो मेरी बात सुनो, सुनाई तो जल्दी देता है ना. इंटरनेट की वजह से कभी कभी लेट दिखाई देता है. If Tina marries Ganesh, she will be in Mumbai. If she is either in Pune or Mumbai, she will definitely be settled in life. What happened? She will definitely be settled in life. But Tina is not settled in life. Therefore, she did not marry either Rahul or Ganesh. Everyone has got it? सबको दिखाई दे रहा है?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a 4 marks question, huh? 4 marks or 8 marks. मैक्सिमम 8 मार्क्स के लिए पूछा जा सकता है. So can anyone tell me what is the conclusion here they want to make?
She did not marry either Rahul or Ganesh.
Exactly. Whatever comes after the words like therefore, so, thus, etc., that becomes your conclusion. So, your conclusion is this sentence: she did not marry either Rahul or Ganesh. So, first of all, we have to identify the simple statements, and then using those simple statements, we will construct the premises. Okay. Each premise here is a compound statement if you observe. Okay, so you have to actually find out the simple statements. So पहला simple statement क्या दिखाई दे रहा है आपको?
Tina marries Rahul.
Exactly, Tina marries Rahul. So I will consider this as राहुल से शादी कर रही है, इसलिए मैं इसे आर नाम देती हूँ. ओके, टीना मैरिज राहुल. यहाँ पे आपको इफ नहीं लगाना है. Please try to understand. Do not put any connective while you are writing some simple statements. Tina marries Rahul. This is my R. Then next is she will be in Pune. Yeah. So for that we will write P. Pune. P for Pune. Okay. Tina will be in Pune. I will not write pronoun. I will write Tina will be in Pune. Next. Next one is Tina marries Ganesh. Yes. So that I will identify as capital G, suppose. So Tina marries Ganesh. Then next one,
Tina will be in Mumbai.
she will be in Mumbai. Correct. She will be, or Tina. I should say Tina. We are not using she. Tina will be in Mumbai. What else is there?
Is either in Pune or Mumbai.
No, that will be compound statement of P or M, right? That will be P or M. More simple one is settled in life.
Settled in life.
So let us recognize it as S. Okay. Tina settled in life. We are not going in grammar. Okay. Tina settled in life. Is that fine? Everyone is getting this?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me the first one. ये मैं नंबर दे रही हूँ. ये पहला कंपाउंड है. ये दूसरा प्रीमाइस है. I mean, ये तीसरा प्रीमाइस है मेरा. ये चौथा प्रीमाइस है मेरा. And this is my conclusion. Okay. Now, first premise, how will you describe it? If Tina marries Rahul, she will be in Pune. So, what is it? Huh.
R implies P.
First premise is R implies P. Second one, if Tina marries Ganesh, she will be in Mumbai. That is G implies M, right? Next, what is the next one? If she is either in Pune or Mumbai. So if P or M, right? This is P or M अगर होता है, that implies she will be settled in life. So that is settled in life क्या है?
S.
But Tina is not settled in life. So what is that?
Negation S.
Conclusion, she did not marry. Sorry, here I wrote wrong spelling. She did not marry either Rahul or Ganesh.
Negation of R.
Did not marry either. R और G और उसका निगेशन है ये. Are you getting it? शी मैरिड राहुल और गणेश, उसका निगेशन है. दिस इज इक्विवेलेंट टू negation R and negation G. Are you getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we have got the symbolic form of the given argument. Should we write that now? Symbolic form. Thus the given argument is. Anyone has any problems regarding this? Because this is the first step. If the question is word problem like this, 2 marks are allotted for converting it into symbols. Writing the simple statements and writing the premises and conclusion, 2 marks. So G implies M. Next is P or M gives you S, negation S, one more premise, and the conclusion is negation R and negation G. Everyone has understood how the conclusion we are writing. It is, she did not marry either Rahul or Ganesh. So we are taking she married Rahul or Ganesh, uska negation. Okay. Now can anyone tell me which we can combine? हम कुछ combine कर सकते हैं क्या? कुछ आपको common दिख रहा है क्या? पहले 2 premises देखो. ये चारों statements अलग है. Girls, are you listening me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
पहले 2 premises देखो. In the first 2 premises there is no simple statement common. R, P, G, M, right? So we should not touch it right now. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I am seeing something common here. Okay. So what is it? See, if I call P or M is my capital P, suppose, and S is my capital Q, then I have something of this form. P implies Q, negation Q. तो इसे मैं combine कर सकती हूँ. Can I combine this?
Yes. Yes.
ये क्या होगा बताओ? What it would be? एक मिनट. हाँ, कहाँ गया मेरा कर्सर?
Simplification.
एक मिनट. हाँ, मेरा ये कर्सर चला गया. एक मिनट, मैं जरा क्विट करती हूँ यहाँ से. And I will reopen it. Yes. So P और Q, negation Q, इसे हम कैसे करते हैं कंबाइन? ये कौन से रूल से कंबाइन हो सकता है?
Conjunct.
Modest tolerance.
Exactly, modest tolerance.
Modest tolerance.
So हमारे पास क्या है? देखो, हमारे पास है P और M implies S, और इसे मैं एंड निगेशन S लेती हूँ. तो आंसर क्या आता है मॉडेस्ट टॉलरेंस का? बताओ मुझे. व्हाट इज द आंसर ऑफ दिस? P implies Q and negation Q का आंसर क्या है?
Negation 2.
निगेशन P है. सो हमारा P क्या है यहाँ पे? P और M है. तो हमें क्या मिलेगा? निगेशन P और M. समझा क्या सबको ये?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes.
तो मैं पहले तो ये सारे स्टेटमेंट्स लिख लेती हूँ. पहला रीजन है प्रीमाइसेस. यू हैव टू कंसिडर ऑल द प्रीमाइसेस. ओके, दिस यू हैव टू राइट. दिस शुड बी द फर्स्ट स्टेप. एंड द रीजन इज ऑल प्रीमाइसेस. राइट हैंड साइड इरेज करूँ क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My reason is premises. Okay, now I'm combining these two premises, so you can underline these two. Okay, and you can write them. P or M implies S, negation S. Okay, and what do they give you? They give you negation of P or M. And what you are applying here? Modus tollens. Okay, that is P implies Q and negation Q gives you negation of P. So ये रूल अगर शुरू में आप लिख सकते हो इसे रूल को भी. So ये आपका आंसर क्या आ गया? निगेशन P So what is negation P? What is negation P or M? It is equivalent to
Negation P and negation M.
यहाँ पे सिंपली लिखती हूँ negation P and negation M. इसका रीजन क्या है? What is the reason of this? डी मॉर्गन्स लॉ है ना? राइट? Yes or no?
Yes.
अभी आगे देखो, हम प्रीमाइसेस का कंजंक्शन ही लेते हैं ना यहाँ पे, तो मैं इन्हें सेपरेट कर सकती हूँ क्या? कर सकती हूँ ना कंजंक्शन रूल से? आर यू गेटिंग इट? हम हमारे आर्ग्यूमेंट में क्या करते हैं? हमेशा प्रीमाइसेस का क्या लेते हैं? कंजंक्शन. तो यहाँ पे अगर कंजंक्शन दिया गया है मुझे, तो मैं इनको सेपरेट भी कर सकती हूँ. समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ. तो अभी देखो, अभी आपके पास ये दो लोग बचे हैं. R implies P and G implies M, and you have negation P negation M. तो आप ले सकते हो ना किसी के साथ कॉम्बिनेशन इनका. Can you take now negation P and R implies P? Can you take this? I'm choosing two premises. मैंने ये negation P उठाया और ये R implies P उठाया क्योंकि मुझे P कॉमन दिख रहा है इसमें. Getting my point?
Yes,
हाँ. तो अभी इनको कौन सा रूल लगाओ बताओ? वही ना, मॉडस टॉलरेंस दिख रहा है क्या? R implies P and negation P should give me what?
negation R.
Correct. Negation R, and my reason is again modus tollens. तो ये तो हो गया. अभी क्या बचा है हमारे पास बताओ?
G implies M.
G implies M बचा है और negation M बचा है ना? समझा क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
ये सब लिख के हुआ है आपका?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone is finished with writing? Okay. Now let us go to the next page. We have G implies M and negation M. G implies M, negation M. इसको मैं combine करती हूँ. मैं ये premises reason लिखती हूँ. These are my premises. Again, you will combine them with which rule?
Modus.
Again, modus tollens. So my answer is negation G. So modus tollens. तो मेरे पास अभी क्या क्या मिला है बताओ. What I have got. यहाँ पे मेरा आंसर क्या आया था? निगेशन आर. और यहाँ पे मेरा आंसर आया है निगेशन जी. सो निगेशन आर एंड निगेशन जी, यहाँ तक मैं पहुंची हूँ. ये मेरा सिंप्लीफिकेशन हुआ है. इसके आगे मैं कुछ सिंप्लीफाई कर सकती हूँ क्या? कैन आई सिंप्लीफाई फर्दर मोर?
Negation R and negation G.
So I can simply take their conjunction, right? Nothing else I can do. Is that okay? Yes, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was your conclusion? Tell me. What was your conclusion? This was your conclusion?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? And this is your conclusion. That means you have arrived at the conclusion, right? And therefore, what can you say? What can you write here is the conjunction of all premises yields to conclusion, right? Therefore, argument is valid. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So have you understood how we can convert it into symbolic form and then use the rules of inference? Here we used only 2-3 main rules: modus tollens, De Morgan's law, and conjunction. That's it. Nothing else we have used here. So your reasoning is more important than you are writing it here. These reasons are very, very important. If you don't write the reasons, then what you are writing is absolutely invalid again. Okay? So please do write the reasons. Now I am giving you one problem. Symbolic form direct. You check the validity using direct proof method. P or Q. Q implies R. P implies S. Negation S. And that gives you R and P or Q. Okay, so this is your conclusion. These are your premises. Do it. You have 4 premises. And this is your conclusion. Okay. All of you start doing it. By that time, I will take attendance. Have you all written the statement? Argument.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.